right, hello, I'm back. We're here for another session of Isolation Libations. Thank you, Shaney, for that title. That was a pretty good idea. Another person I talked about that inspired by, my friend Brian Chartrand. Listen to his happy hour, 5 o'clock every day this week on Facebook. It's at Brian Chartrand. He's going to play a half hour, probably more, live music sets, amazing musician. We kind of joked around about the idea of doing a cocktail pre his show. I think we got a little bit of time. That would kind of coincide with the show that he was doing, make a cocktail to match that. Tonight he's playing music from his band, one of his bands, The Sweet Remains, amazing 3-part harmonies. So I decided to make a cocktail called The Sweet Remains. Really literal, but what are you gonna do? Brian's a big fan of rye whiskey. He likes Bullet Rye, but I had to go with the Old Overholt Bottled in Bond rye, one of my favorites. Hawaii, sorry, I don't think you get this yet, but it's really good. So we took that, infused it with some juniper berries from those trees over there. Give it just a nice little, almost gin-like flavor, right, from the juniper, but it should be fun. Add some complexity in there. The Sweet Remains, got to use some Dolan Sweet Vermouth, the Rouge Vermouth. And then remains, using things that are remaining, leftovers. Dug through the freezer, found some bag of mixed berries from Trader Joe's. So threw that in a mason jar, let that infuse into the sweet vermouth, so a little berry infused vermouth. And then I'm gonna put a little Fernet Branca in there because if you can, why wouldn't you? Gonna do some Peychaud bitters, nice bitters from New Orleans. Gives a nice little herbal note to it. Again, just adding some more complexity to the drink. A little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. That's it. I'm still with my non-fancy ice. It works. Got the same glass. Gonna shake this drink today. Let's make this drink, yeah? All right, so Peychaud bitters. About 3 dashes, depends. If your bottle's new, you're gonna do more. Once it gets lower down, you get big spurts of bitters coming out, so you do a little bit less. So eyeball it, figure it out, you'll learn. Next, we're gonna do some lemon juice. I always build my cocktails cheapest ingredient to most expensive ingredient. Reason being, if you screw up and you gotta dump it out, you're just dumping out a little bit of bitters and some lemon juice, not the pricier whiskeys, gins, etc. So it's a good habit to get into, I believe. So just gonna go 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. And next, Fernet Branca. Careful on the Fernet. If you're not familiar with Fernet, little goes a long way. It's a delicious flavor. It's just delicious, but it can kind of overtake the cocktail. So I'm just gonna go 1/4 ounce with this. Some of you know I was in Argentina. I've been drinking Argentinian Fernet. This is back to the Italian Fernet. So a brandy base, grape spirit base. All right, going through all my stuff, realizing what tools I'm missing. I realized I don't have a strainer, so I have to use my julep strainer. I don't have a fine mesh strainer. You don't want your cocktail to be chunky. All right, so with the vermouth, I'm gonna go 1 ounce. Yeah, look at all those chunks of berries. That's okay. Strain it out, and it's just for me anyway, so I'm not gonna send it back. All right, now our juniper infused Old Overholt rye whiskey. Be curious how this tastes. Haven't even tried it yet. So we're gonna go 1.5 ounces with the juniper infused Old Overholt. All right. I've only been infusing this for about an hour, so we'll see how strong that is. Once again, my fancy ice. Fill up your shaker if it comes out. It's for me so I can use my finger. Alrighty. And of course, take the top of your tin. Once again, lovely tins from Sertoto Copper Company. Give it a shake. Sounds good. Sounds done. All right, my improvised strainer. nice non-solid table. Everything just falls through to the ground if I miss. Not bad. All right, I'm realizing now that I totally forgot to grab a garnish. Hold on. Ta-da, from the tree. Nice little juniper sprig there. This would be totally impractical if you're trying to drink from it, but it'll look nice. So there you go. There is the sweet remains. Check out Brian Chartrand, Facebook. Listen to the music. Tip him. Cheers.